So picking up from yesterday, like I said, it kind of got a little confusing there because my calculator was calculating the wrong residuals, and then it kind of messed all my stuff up. So if that was confusing to you yesterday, we'll kind of regroup and work on some of the assignment together. If you feel good about it, you can kind of just do your own thing. But we'll get through this stuff here. So this just gives you kind of some visuals of when you would want to use specific models. So like you'd want to use linreg when you've got stuff that's in straight lines. Your slope is going to be positive if it goes uphill. Slope is going to be negative if it goes downhill. You'd want to use quadreg when you've got stuff that's kind of in that curve type shape, where you've got kind of like a low point and then it gets higher, or you got a high point and it gets lower. On each side there, and then exponential reg is where it kind of starts low and then increases quickly, or starts really high and then kind of decreases quickly, but then kind of levels out there, which you guys are probably familiar with. And then the last thing there, sometimes there's not actually good models, or there's not a good way to come up with a model, and it's just kind of random. So the stock market is a good example of this. So like if you look at this picture here, would there really be a good model we could fit with this? Probably not, right? Because you've got some like kind of like random high spots, low spots, kind of gaining and then dropping. The stock market is unpredictable. That's why, people try to study it and try to make money and stuff off of it, but it's very unpredictable. So there's not really an equation or something like that that we can use to model this. One thing they talk about in the reading is like how it can drop off when like disastrous things happen. So like here, this low point here is when September 11th happened. The stock market's like crashed on that day because obviously like that was just craziness. So that's like why that one dropped there. And there's probably other things that happen through history or whatever that makes it rise or fall. But you can't really predict those things. So no model would actually work for that. So sometimes you might have situations like that. Okay, so that's really it. When you're working on the book page here, so 1 to 10, skip 3 and skip 8. On 9C, it wants you to, it's kind of doing the whole residual plot thing and stuff that we were working on yesterday. Don't feel like you have to sit there and graph those out by hand, so like you don't have to like label all the stuff. Just worry about graphing it on the calculator and then just making a little sketch of that. Don't sit and do all of those by hand because it's going to take you forever. You can just put it on the calculator and do a little sketch of it. That's completely fine with me. Okay, so like I said, if you're good on